Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how ChatGPT and other AI tools along with other tech devices can help you get the most out of your Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can be a very stressful time with meal prep, company prep, and cleanup. And it can be overwhelming and make you either want to go out and eat or just give up Thanksgiving altogether. But thankfully, there are technology tools that can make your Thanksgiving a lot easier to deal with. Don't always have to rely on family and friends, and they don't always show up, do they? So it's a good thing that we have tech items that you can use to help with all aspects of your Thanksgiving dinner. So let's jump right in and see what tools that you can use in order to make Thanksgiving a lot easier process. So let's start with AI for starters. So ChatGPT, obviously not pictured here, can be a time saver when it comes to planning all aspects of your Thanksgiving. So going to ChatGPT at chat.openai.com, you can ask this chatbot anything when it comes to your Thanksgiving dinner. For example, you can say, I need a recipe for for a traditional turkey. Let's say you forgot grandma's recipe and you need your own. If we put this in the ChatGPT is going to throw out the ingredients and what you need to do in order to make that turkey. Let's go on with the trend and stop this and say, how can I safely fry a turkey? I could spell that right. And then ChatGPT is going to give you the instructions on how you can fry a turkey with no problems. Let's go ahead and stop that chat and put in something else. I need you to be my party planner. What ideas can you give me for a non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner party? Let's hit go with this prompt and give it a few seconds, and ChatGPT is going to give us an answer. So you can have all aspects of your Thanksgiving party, and you can even zero in on specific items. Like, let's say, what about the dessert bar? What do you recommend I serve? Oops. And give me recipes. So we're going to hit our prompt in, tell it to go, and let's scroll down a little, and there is a dessert bar with recipe ideas for dessert bar. So let's stop it and do one more query. Okay, I have some guests that need, there we go, gluten free options. Any recipes for that? So then once we're going to put our search in, and here we go. So it gives us dessert menu items because it thinks we're still concentrated on the desserts. But what you can do is you can direct the conversation back to food items. So let's say, okay, that's great, but what about gluten-free dinner options? So let's see what we get. Grilled lemon herb chicken with instructions. Quinoa. Forgot what that said. Roasted salmon. So this gives you a whole idea of items that you can come with in order to make that Thanksgiving dinner a lot less stressful. I was going to say, let's do one more. What suggestions do you have for cleanup? So let's see what chat has to say about that. And here we are. Some of it is pretty self-explanatory, but in those times of stress, it can definitely be a challenge to think of stuff. So why not let AI do all of the work for you? Additionally, other things that you can do technology or use technology with is meal, or I should say recipe apps. There are a ton out there, and recipe apps are a great way for you to easily go to and find tons of Thanksgiving themed recipes. And also recipe apps are a great way that you can take the app with you, go to the store, find out what ingredients you need for Thanksgiving dinner, and it will automatically add those items in. Very easy to do. I don't know if you would choose the ChatGPT option as far as your recipes and grocery shopping, or use the recipe app. I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section, which one you would use in order to make Thanksgiving shopping and cooking and looking up those recipes a lot simpler. And keep in mind too, a lot of recipe apps will bring up Thanksgiving themed meals and group it all together so you have it all in one place. Now, one of my favorite things as far as tech tools that you can use in order to get the most out of your Thanksgiving is the meter device, which is a Bluetooth thermometer or smart thermometer that you can toss into any of your foods to find out what the temperature is so that you can monitor the cooking process from your smartphone. Now, I have a meter that I normally use during all times of the year, but this meter block is a good tool that you can use to monitor at least 4 different food items while it's going. Now, it's got the monitor here with the meter block, but you can also download the meter app to your smartphone, Android or Apple, and monitor your turkey or whatever you're cooking directly from your smart device. It makes running around a lot simpler because you're not constantly checking or jabbing the thermostat into your turkey, and it makes entertainment a lot easier because you can entertain your guests, especially if it's a small, intimate gathering, but you can also make sure that your turkey doesn't get burned and it'll turn out and be the right temperature. Meter comes in especially great when you have items that are huge like a turkey and you want to make sure they're thoroughly cooked. Nothing like trying to serve a raw turkey to your Thanksgiving guest. Now, let's say you're in a scenario where you have loved ones that aren't able to make it to Thanksgiving dinner. Thank goodness for smart devices or devices with screens that allow you to contact your loved ones. Google Home and Amazon Alexa have screen devices where you can either make a audio phone call to somebody or you can just do a video call. Most of your Amazon devices like this one here, which is an Alexa show, it's probably got the wake word and it's going to ask something. But anyway, these devices are great because you can contact anyone or any family member that's got an Alexa device or a Google device, and you can also make phone calls, as I said, as well. And it's a great way in order to stay in contact with family and friends. One of the things I will also mention as far as tech items to stay in contact with family and friends, just in case you don't have an Alexa device, don't forget about good old Zoom. Zoom is available on every device out there, and it's very easy and convenient for you to contact loved ones. Let's say Mima or Papa doesn't have a Alexa device or even a webcam on their desktop computer, or not sure how to operate that webcam on their laptop computer. You can do it from a smartphone, you can do it to any device, and it definitely will help communication work out much better for you. You can act like they're there during Thanksgiving dinner. Now, you probably hearing my Alexa device talk because it wants to reach out and touch somebody, but let's ignore it and move on. Next items. What about cleanup? Cleanup. Everyone wants to clean up. So to make life easier, you might want to consider both of the following items: iRobot vacuum and an iRobot mop. And they are very efficient. I always have to show off. So let's move one item so we can show the first item. But I like how my glasses are like laying in the way. But anyway, if you haven't used an iRobot, you probably need to get one for the holidays. Great item to use to pick up those crumbs and make sure that you don't have a mess laying around. And the good feature about newer versions of iRobot vacuums is that they have a reservoir where it will suck up all the food items and keep trucking. One of the limitations with older versions of iRobot is that it has a very small reservoir in order to collect those debris items, and so you may have to constantly change it out during Thanksgiving dinner, especially when there's crumbs and stuff on the floor. Also, to make things a lot easier, you can also get an iRobot vacuum, which you see here, so you can see that the tech guy isn't just making up stories about, wow, these devices are good to have. I actually own them and have used them after holiday gatherings to help vacuum and mop the floors, and it definitely takes a load off of Thanksgiving cleanup, especially when you have a lot of guests over. So with that said, I know there's a lot of technology items that you can use in order to make Thanksgiving a lot easier, and I'm curious to know, and leave your comments in the comment section, what tech do you use to ease the load on Thanksgiving? I almost said you could get a Ring doorbell. Would make it simpler. And smart locks. Let's talk about that. So 2 other items. Smart locks. If you are busy doing meal prep, you can ask your smart device to unlock the doors to allow guests to come in if you've got your arms loaded. And of course, to make sure that you aren't unlocking the doors for burglars, a Ring or other smart doorbell would be an awesome item to have to help make life a lot easier during Thanksgiving. So with that said, if you've got comments, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you again to find out what technology you're using to make Thanksgiving a lot easier. And with every video, I know that you know people out there that are struggling with their technology. So make sure that you have them, or that you comment and like, and be sure to share it with your friends who could get some useful advice from these technology tips. Now, my goal with every video is to make sure that you are opened up to a whole new world of ideas and experiences when it comes to your technology. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. Have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.